welcome to the stage, dōTERRA President, Murray Smith.
Wow, it's great to be with you. Hello everyone, good afternoon. Since the start of this session, something has become crystal clear. Every speaker, every testimonial we've heard on this stage points to one thing. dōTERRA is rooted in impact. We've heard story after story about how our products deliver results, but more importantly, how they strengthen human connection. And for all of us, myself included, and my colleagues at corporate, this is exactly why events like this matter so much. Because the reality is, most of our time is spent behind screens, and I'm sure many of you can relate to that. It's easy to get caught up in meetings, emails, WhatsApp messages, and at some point we think, what is this all really for? But the answer is right here in this room. It's for people. It's for Mark. It's for Anastasia and her husband. For the communities in Nepal, Vietnam, Albania, and Bulgaria. And it's for you. Because if you're here, it's because you have a story, a meaningful experience. Whether with our products, with a wellness advocate, or through a dōTERRA Healing Hands project. For me personally, that story on the island of Lesbos began 10 years ago. Many of you already know the story of Nikos and Katerina. Yeah, Nikos and Katerina. How they went from being part of a dōTERRA Healing Hands project to now becoming our olive oil suppliers for the amazing EO Omega sachets. Isn't that fantastic? That's a full circle story. It's hard to believe that we're here at this point when 10 years ago it was just a few of us. They personally are a powerful example of resilience, courage, and deep compassion for others. Now they run a business that employs refugees, giving them the opportunity to rebuild their lives with dignity and safety. And today they are here to share that story with you. So please put your hands together and giving us a warm welcome for Nikos, Katerina, James, Muhammad, and Sar. Please welcome them to the stage. Welcome everyone. What a great looking group of people. Thank you so much for being with us here today. Now, Katerina, since we last saw you last year, what has changed with Home for All? Tell us a little bit about what's the update.
Dzień dobry, Katowice. Hello all. Today is a very special day for us. We've been on this stage several times in the past, but today is the most special one. Those you know us, you heard us many times saying that we carry something heavy on our shoulders because we are the voice of all the people back to Lesbos that it's not possible for them to come here. But this time, today, they are here. present. They are a part of Home for All family and of course of dōTERRA family because we are one. They can tell you what you all offer them. Until last year, we were struggling to produce our olive oil because we had to rent olive groves from others. The agreement of this in Lesbos works like this. You rent the olive groves, you pay all the expenses to harvest, and at the end, you have to give to the owners 40% of the oil you produce. For us, as we are not an industrial business, that was a nightmare. And dōTERRA came, not for first time of course, to support us. With the help of Germany, Austria and Switzerland markets, enough funds were raised to help us purchase olive trees. So now we bought our own olive groves, our own land, and like that we can produce more of our amazing organic olive oil and of course employ more people to work on that next year. And of course, change more lives like the ones of our young friends that they're here with us today. We don't only harvest olives, but we also harvest dignity, love, and respect for these people. dōTERRA, in their always magic way, put our oil, Nika organic olive oil, in an amazing product, the Omega Plus, the sachet. I think you all know. Creating something powerful for your body that is also helping people to start a new life. My friend James, who has been with us for longer, we start by sharing with you his story. Because of dōTERRA support, they can be here today. They can build a new life in Greece, and they can have a future because of all of you. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Before I start, I would like to say a short phrase. It says, today is the tomorrow we have been looking forward to yesterday. For those who don't know me, my name is James, I'm from Sierra Leone. I'm currently living in Greece, Lesbos. I ran away from my country due to political tensions, police brutality, unlawful killing of civilians, including women and children, unlawful killings of opposition party members, and human rights violations. I never imagined life would change so quickly. There was a time when everything around me felt so heavy, like I was carrying a burden no one could ever imagine. I smiled in public, but inside me I was struggling with fear, disappointment, and uncertainty. Every day felt like a burden, a battle, so keep going. There were moments when I doubted myself completely. Opportunities disappeared, finances became difficult, and people I trusted walked away when I needed support the most. I felt stuck, surrounded by problems with no clear solution. Some nights, I stayed away, wondering how things had fallen apart and whether life will ever improve again. What hurt the most was feeling alone in the middle of it all. I wanted to appear strong, but deep inside me was exhausted. Still, even darkest moments, I refused to give up entirely. I kept reminding myself that difficult situations do not only last forever. In 2022, I arrived at the island of Lesbos at 2:30 a.m. by a deflated balloon boat. Some of you are not aware about it. After a couple of months living in the Karatabi camp, fortunately, I met Nikos and Katrina. I gave him my hand for a handshake. They gave me hugs and kisses. I asked for a cent, they gave me a job. I asked for a room, they gave me a house to stay in. Slowly, I began to rebuild myself. I learned that hard situations can either break a person or teach them the strength they never knew they had. Step by step, I started finding hope again through small victories. By the way, I'm an athlete. I play football a lot, basketball, volleyball. And new opportunities and determination to keep moving forward. Today, when I look back, I realized that that situation helped me into a stronger and wiser person. They taught me resilience, patience, and the importance of believing in myself when life feels impossible. Like the previous speaker said, my story is not just about struggle, it's about survival, refusing to let persecution define my future. Now, my dreams here to provide a water tank in my village that will supply water in the villages, and secondly, to build a school for the less privileged children back at home. Thanks to Home for All and dōTERRA for creating this amazing event, and I am lucky to share this stage with you. I love you all. Long live dōTERRA, long live everybody.
Wow, we're changing lives. Thank you so much, both of you, for sharing. And what an incredible thing to see the result of last year's Extra Mile fundraiser organized by the Dock region, the Dock Market. So thank you to the Dock Market. Now, Nikos, my friend, you've tried to help and support refugees for over 10 years. How does it feel to actually be able to employ these wonderful people now? Come share your story.
Hello. What I have seen the last 10 years was people that they lost lives, dignity and dreams. People were always happy when we offered them meals and clothes to stop to feel hungry. But this was just emergency. Everything we did, it was for them to survive. I always was happy for all these people because we were available to give them food and clothes. Always something missing. We try to find ways to give them back what they had lost, to give them back their life, to give them back their dream and their dignity. The only way it was to give them jobs. We try and we create jobs for them, and we became in another level. Now, they don't need us anymore. They don't wait from us to bring them some clothes or a meal, but they can choose what they want to eat. They can go and buy whatever they like. This, for all of us, looks simple, but for them is very important. Now they can rent a house, they can do their personal life, they can go out to drink a coffee. What is the most simple for us? For them is a dream. Always we try to see what we can do. And we did, with all of you, with your help and your help of dōTERRA. What always bringing tears to my eyes is these people, they never forget that they are others back and they need food and they need to start to dreaming again. They are always ready to go, to find, and to help them. This is the meaning of the life. Now I have two members of our family here, Sakra and Mohammed. They will tell you their stories and what we have built together. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Salam Senesi, a Sierra Leonean living on Lesbos. It's an honor to stand here to tell a story I never thought I did tell. When I arrived on Lesbos, I didn't know what tomorrow looks like. I was caught in a salon procedure, sleeping in a tent with 10 other people, sharing a space with cockroach, rats, and mosquitoes. The basic we take for granted, safety, privacy, a decent meal felt out of reach. For a year and 3 months, life wasn't about building a future. It was about surviving that day. In that place, I met James, who introduced me to Nikos and Katarina. I came to the farm looking for a work because I needed money. What I found was different. The way they received me made me feel human again. For the first time, since leaving Sierra Leone, I felt at home. They didn't just give me a job, they gave me responsibility, trust, and dignity. I don't work for a boss, I work with the family. Today, Mohammed and I run a home for all kitchen, cooking food for people living in the camp where we once lived. We've gone from relying on aid to be self-reliant. We have a place to stay, a steady income, and a space to think beyond survival. That strength shifts everything. It gave me the ability to dream. Now, I have a plan. In Sierra Leone, a drug crisis is killing our youth. A terrible drug called Kush is on the streets, and too many young people are dying while the system failed them. My goal is to build a rehabilitation and an empowerment center to take young people off the streets, treat them with dignity, and give them skill to rebuild their lives. I couldn't imagine that plan a few years ago. Working with Home for All gave me more than a paycheck. It strengthened my empathy, my leadership, and my belief that change is possible when people are treated as people. Home for All and dōTERRA made this possible. They didn't just offer charity, they offer partnership. And because of that, I am no longer just surviving. I am building myself. Thank you all.
Hello everyone, I'm here in airport for the first time on stage in my life, so if I cry, don't cry, clap for me. First of all, my name is Mohammed and I come from Somalia. I'm very happy to be here today. I want to thank to everyone for giving me to share my history with you. I also want to thank you, Home for All and dōTERRA for giving me that kindness and support. When I arrived in Lesbos, everything was very difficult for me. Like many refugees, I carried fear, pain, and uncertainty. I left my country to fight. I left my country hoping to find a safer and better life. But the journey was not easy. Life for refugees in Lesbos is very hard. Many people feel lonely, far away from their family, their country, and the life they once knew. Where they feel, I felt hopeless and unsure about my future. But when I met the people from Home for All, my life started slowly to change. They welcomed me with kindness, respect. They saw me as a human being, not only as a refugee. They gave me the opportunity to work and grow, and I become a part of the community again. Today I work in the kitchen, and I really feel this. Working in the kitchen makes me happy because I can prepare food for other people. Working in the oil leaf makes me patient and responsibility, and how a person can rebuild their life step by step. This work gave me hope and confidence, and it helped me believe in again that way can rebuild a better future.
Ich bin nicht mit deinem Freund.
Today I feel proud, honestly, and I build a better future. I am thankful to every person who believe in me, supporting me the time, the year of hardest moment of my life. I learned that kindness can truly change a person's life. Sometimes all a person needs is one opportunity, one person who believes in them, and when they feel safe and respected. My dream now is continue moving forward, build a peaceful future, and one day they help other people the same way was helped. Thank you everyone for listening to my history. Love you.
Thank you everyone for sharing your stories. Let's give them another big round of applause. I wish you all the brightest future, and everyone in this room, none of this would not be possible without you. without sharing, introducing, building, growing dōTERRA. Please give them a big round of applause, especially to Nikos and Katerina. And James and Muhammad and Sar, who have stepped onto this stage for the first time in their lives to share their stories with us. Thank you so much.